Welcome back into Ryan Jacobson Weather. Hope your Sunday's off to a great start. Sorry for the long hiatus with severe weather and just weather forecast in general. I've just been very busy these last couple of weeks, and I've just had a lot of schoolwork, and I was actually on a trip. So just trying to get back into the thing. Sorry it's been, like I said, kind of 2 weeks with no weather coverage, but I'm hopefully going to be putting out daily videos for the foreseeable future from now on. So let's hop right into the forecast for today. As you can see, we have a low pressure kind of sprawled out over portions of Kentucky going to West Virginia, bringing a large area of precipitation spanning from Maine back into Florida. And obviously, basically most of the eastern U.S. is experiencing some type of unsettled weather. So let's get right into the forecast for today. So this is the current setup right now, and as you can see, we have that low pressure situated right now over southern Ohio. This thing's just kind of been spinning the last couple of days here, bringing different rounds of precipitation to the northeast, as well as portions of the south. Let me push this into this afternoon here. As you can see, this low pressure continues just to spin round and round, basically, and this will continue all the way through Tuesday. As you can see, we have more precipitation going up into the northeast. And this is now going into Monday here. Here's another area of precipitation again. So the precipitation is going to add up here. We're going to see some pretty heavy rain amounts by the end of this. Definitely some areas you can see over 6 inches of rain through these, through Saturday, through yesterday, all the way through Tuesday going into Wednesday. Some of these areas could add up. Finally, this is going to Tuesday here. It looks like this low pressure begins to actually start moving forward here. We have a second low development. Look at this. A large area, a large complex of thunderstorms. These could possibly be severe going into Tuesday. I'll give you a better idea on that in tomorrow's video. But it looks like that severe weather is not over for now. Push this forward for you guys. That low pressure still kind of just hanging out around the northeast. This is going to Wednesday afternoon here. Finally starts to head north. Behind this, it looks to be pretty quiet weather. It looks like this is going into next Thursday here. We're not seeing much. Again, there could be some scattered, storms and thunderstorms, even some showers in portions of the south going into the Dixie Alley. But again, these are going to be non-severe, just kind of your normal springtime thunderstorms. And this is now going into Friday here, going into Saturday the 10th. Could be a little bit of a cool down. The models have been showing this the last couple of days. Going into the northeast, especially the northern New England region, going into next weekend. Could get a little chilly. Again, time will tell as we now are 7 days out. Talking about severe weather, this is the severe weather threat for today. As you can see, we have 2 different areas to watch for severe weather. But again, I really don't think there is that great of a potential for seeing widespread severe weather today. We do have a slight risk of severe weather. This spans from central New Mexico going into southern New Mexico. Again, there is, a 2% tornado risk in that area, as well as the northeast going from Pennsylvania all the way back down to Florida. But again, this is just kind of a marginal risk for severe weather today. Nothing major. There could be some large hail in portions of southern New Mexico, as there is a 15% hatched risk for that. Let me show you the day 2 outlook going into tomorrow, going into Monday here. And as you can see, it looks pretty similar. We have that marginal risk here across portions of New York, going back down to North Carolina, and even a little marginal area in Florida. Then we have a slight risk across portions of Texas. Definitely going to be a little bit greater of a threat tomorrow. I think we will see a couple of tornadoes, especially in Texas. There is already a 5% risk for tornadoes. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I do think there is going to be some severe weather. We also have a 15% hatched risk for severe hail across those same areas. Let me show you that day 3 outlook is now going to Tuesday. We have another slight risk of severe weather already in portions of Texas. And I think that we will see some more tornadoes. Like I said, this is kind of with that complex of thunderstorms moving through. I could see this going to an enhanced risk as we get closer to the event. Let me quickly show you the temperatures expected over the next couple of days. This is going into this afternoon here. And as you can see, it's going to be pretty nice here across the central U.S. We're expecting highs in the upper, even getting up towards 80 degrees here in portions of Montana. going into North Dakota, maybe even portions of northern South Dakota as well. Can be a little bit cooler here in the Northeast and the West. Let's push this into Monday here. This is highs expected on Monday. You kind of see you got just cooler air kind of locked in place with this low pressure swinging around the Northeast. This is now going into Tuesday afternoon. Kind of a similar story. Central U.S. looks to be really nice. A little bit chillier in the east and the west. This is heading back into Wednesday here. You can kind of see that low pressure is finally moving out. So the highs on Thursday. It looks to be pretty nice across most of the country on Thursday. This is going into next Friday here. So it looks to be staying a little bit chillier across portions of the Northeast this next 7 days or so. And it looks like it could get really, really, really hot. This is on the European model going into next week. And look at this. Highs around 105 in Arizona. We'll be watching that closely. 107. That'd be pretty insane for this time of year. This is the 6 to 10 day probability outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. As you can see, I am kind of agreeing with this. It is looking warmer across portions of the north, especially North and South Dakota, right in the central U.S. It is looking a little bit chillier in the south, kind of going through Texas all the way back into Florida. We'll keep an eye on this closely, but yeah, it is looking like a little bit warmer in the north, cooler in the south. Usually don't see that too often. Let me lastly show you the total expected precipitation over the next couple of days. As you can see, we have that low pressure just swinging through, bringing multiple rounds of precipitation across a large area of the eastern U.S. Once this is all said and done, this is going through Wednesday. A couple of areas here right along the coast, like I said, picking up maybe up to 5-6 inches of precip. And then there's that thunderstorm complex we're talking about. This is going into Tuesday, into Wednesday here. That could bring some heavy precipitation as well. That's spitting out totals right now, maybe even reaching up to 10 inches. That would be pretty detrimental for sure. Again, a lot of the U.S. is going to see some precipitation over the next couple of days. Only areas that may stay high and dry is going to be basically the Midwest. Wisconsin, Minnesota looks to be pretty quiet, and also the West Coast as well. But most of the country is going to be above average precipitation-wise over the next couple of days. I thank you guys all for stopping by. I appreciate you guys just watching my videos. I'm trying to get this channel going. I'm trying to get more consistent on when I'm posting these videos. I'm hopefully going to have a video out every day for you guys, and forecast for the next couple of days ahead. So thank you guys all for stopping by. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.